Hello my friends, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're ready for another YouTube video from your old buddy, Dadcraft73. We're back here up in the sky playing some SkyFactory 3. Some 1.10 mod of Minecraft, and let me tell you what, my friends. Oh, we are loving every second of our time up here in the SkyFactory. That is for sure. Oh, I'm telling you, I've said it like 50 times, I bet. But I promise you, I could play this for hours and hours and hours, and then maybe go get a cup of coffee, and then play it for hours and hours and hours again. I love it so much. Oh my goodness gracious. It is so much fun. Alright, we can't be going all on and on. Oh man, let me tell you something I did. I need a new hat. I was going to put my hat back on, but I don't even have a hat to put on. I was over here messing around with this crazy setup over here, doing everything I need to do. I need to look in there, see if there's anything that we need. Oh, there's a dire wolf bag. We might want to keep that. Yeah. We got to figure out how to store them. But anyway, I was over here messing around with this loot recycler, making it work. Man, it seems to be working out okay. Man, we're getting tons and tons of these loot bags. Check it out, man. We have one of these legendary ones, which is a ton. That's awesome. And yeah, just from sitting around. But anyway, I was over here messing around doing stuff, and I had a bunch of like items in my inventory, and I went to click them all into the loot recycler, and sure enough, I threw my iron hat in there. So we'll make another one. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. We just, you know, that kind of stuff happens. Do we have some iron maybe in our inventory? We should make one right now just to be safe. We can make a steel one, I guess, but that seems like a huge waste of steel. We need to get into some different kinds of hats and armor. We'll probably do that pretty soon. We've got some cool things we're going to work on in today's episode, but before we do any of that stuff, actually, I got myself distracted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's make ourselves a hat. I feel safe, man. Or safer if we had a hat on, even though that, you know, everything should be mob proof, but you know, there we go. Now we feel like we're complete. Got these crazy palace crystal stuff going on. That's pretty cool. All right, so you guys have been helping me out on how to handle this whole experience thing. So let's take this out and take this out. Take these guys out. And we got to take this out too. And I hope. Oh, did it go in here? Oh, don't be like going into the loot recycler. That would not be good. Give me that too. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm glad that didn't get recycled. Anyway, I figured out how, or no, that's not true. I was going to say I figured out how to do it. Nope, I didn't. Do I have some fluid conduits? Let's go grab some really quick. You guys told me in my comments that the XP vacuum is working. It just has to be on the same level as the XP. That makes perfect sense. I guess maybe I was thinking it could drag things through the floor, but no, it doesn't do that. And there we go, there's fluid conduit. And I think that makes perfect sense to me now that I think about it. You know, it was trying to do what it needed to do. It just couldn't quite make it happen. Alright, let's hang off the edge here and back up just a little bit. Let me see, maybe one more. We're going to take these down. Obviously, it's nighttime. Let's put some torches around here. All right, how many do we need to go up? So we need to get up to that level. So it's one above the spike. So 1, 2, 3. Spikes are on 4, so we got to go up 5. Okay, so let's go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think it's this guy right here, I want to say. Yeah, okay. Now we should be able to put this guy in here like that. Oh, we're getting experience. Now that guy should be able to vacuum up all that experience. Let's go over here and make sure we actually see that happening. Yeah, I think that's the way it needs to be. And now we should be able to go do something like this. Okay. And let's see. We get our fluid conduit. I hope I can pull it out like that. Oh, look, it's in there. Okay. Yeah, boy. And then we can put this right here in the wall, right? We put our tank back. Put it right here in the wall, I think. Like that. Look at that. It's pulling experience. Man, that's working like a dream. So that is the proper setup. We can put this back here like that. Yeah. Now this thing's gonna be full of experience in no time. So thank you guys so much, man. That's what I was talking about when I started this series out, about how I need lots of help from you guys. That's a prime example of you guys helping me out, solving a problem, and now we got tons and tons of experience pouring into this thing like a dream. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah. One of the other things that you guys suggested, and what actually is funny, because as soon as I finished with my episode, I actually messed around with this to see if it would work. So you guys said, hey, instead of putting void upgrades in here, why don't you just let these guys fill up and then have everything else just go into the loot recycler. So if the drawer controller can't put anything in one of these chests, you know, at a high priority, it'll try another location, which happens to be the loot recycler. And sure enough, things like string and zombie flesh and bone and gunpowder and arrows, all that stuff can go right into the loot recycler and get loot recycled. You just saw a bone flash in there really quick. So that's exactly what I had set up. You guys suggested it in the comments, but I already had it done. But that was an awesome idea. So if anybody's setting up this loot recycler, don't worry about putting void upgrades on any of these guys. It's not a thing. You don't need to worry about that at all. If you have a loot recycler, you'll fill up these chests. Like this guy's filled with bones, this guy's filled with gunpowder, this guy's filled with, well, he's not filled with arrows, but he's getting close. And any of the extra ones will just go right into the loot recycler and give you loot bags that you can open and get all kinds of cool stuff. Man, look at that. We're at 2 legendaries already. Just in a few minutes, we've been sitting here. Oh, man, I love my mob farm. I love it. All right, let's see what we've got here. I think we need to take this out maybe. Yeah, we need to get that cobblestone back out there. We need that. And these torches. Okay. I don't know if we need to worry about that. So that's the stuff that won't go into the loot recycler. But I made a couple extra little slots over here just for odds and ends. And this dire wolf bag is definitely one of those. I got my Enderman heads going on there. You know, got everything squared away. It's working pretty good. So we're just going to leave this like this for a little while. We're not going to start dumping everything into trash cans or anything like that. We're just going to leave it just like this, and we're going to keep watching. You can see everything that's getting pulled out of it. It's working like a dream. I don't know if we need pink floral powder or pink dye. I don't know. We'll think about that. We'll just leave that like it is. So this thing now is essentially 100%, other than the fact that we have to come back once in a while and check that chest to see if there's any of those special bags in there. This thing is, it's operational. It could just sit over here and run forever. At some point, this thing is going to fill up. Can we, like, I guess we need to figure out how to get experience out of that guy, but we can figure that out. I'm not too worried about that. That's an easy solution now that we've actually got experience coming in there. I love that. Look at those experience things just sliding right over there and getting vacuumed up. Oh, that makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. All right. So let's talk about the next thing we need to do, because you guys were saying in the comments about these growth crystal, it's like an accelerator or something, right? No, growth accelerator from Mystical Agriculture. Okay, so this guy right here, it says it grows resource crops above it, and I think that's the only. I think we might be able to make some of these. We should try it and see. But I think it's just a single block. Like if the crop is directly above it, it's like a 1-for-1. I don't think it gives you any boost or anything like that. Maybe we'll look at that in just a second. But the other thing is crystal accelerators, I think. Is it just growth maybe? I was looking at these. Yeah, these guys, growth crystals from Tiny Progressions. And, man, I guess we could make one of these. I mean, it's not too expensive to make, but I heard a little, there's like a little word out there that these things might be a little overpowered. Maybe we should just make one and see. And then there's the crystal growth tier 2. Yeah, we can make one of those. But the tier 2, we need sea lanterns, and we're not in any position to make those. We can get everything else we need, but we can't get those yet. So let's make one of these guys. It's just a block of inferium dust. That's easy. A diamond. So let's go ahead and we'll throw one of those together. That's actually not what we're going to work on in today's episode, but we're going to mess around with this a little bit. We need some stone, and then I guess we need like 36 of these. So let's just do this. Let's grab a stack out of there. Yeah. We're doing good. Man, we're getting some of that. We can make some more seeds pretty soon. We've got tons of this too. So we got these prosperity shards. We've got 2 stacks, almost 2.5, a little more than 2.5 stacks. So let's go over here and get some stone out. I don't think I have any stone in my inventory. There's some. Okay. We'll grab that, and then we'll make one of these guys. Actually, let's make some of these. Okay, let's make however many that. Oh. Let's make, well, we should get enough to make one more. Yeah. Let's get 8 more of these guys out of here, just so we can make 2. Why not, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay. You like my counting? I'm a professional counter, man. Don't mess around with me. All right, let's go over here and put these guys in here like so, and then we'll do that, and then we should be able to just click these guys in. We should be able to make 2. Okay, so make 2 of those, and let's go up here. Oh, look at that. They have like a cool little animation when you're holding it. All right, let's pick, what do we want to pick? Some redstone, maybe? Redstone crop? That's not like grown very far. Dirt. I need to organize these anyway. I don't like the way that this thing... Redstone crop, man, they're like actually like looking halfway decent. Let's get maybe this guy. Let's get this guy. Okay, and then we can not go down a block. Put this in here like this. Put our dirt back on top. Hello. There it is. Okay. Do we have a hoe? Of course not. Of course we don't have a hoe. Let's go grab one really quick. Oh, we've got one in here somewhere. There we go. There's our crazy, what is that? Palace crystal? Man, I was looking at some of that Palace crystal stuff. Man, we might need to... Oh, hello. Did it, like, automatically do the deal? Okay, let me put this there. Okay. Hi. Would you like to grow? You're supposed to be growing all fast and stuff now. That is that is where I put that thing, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Where's my this? Okay. Put this back in there, and we'll put this piece of dirt on top of it, like so. Okay. And then we'll hoe it. I don't really see that thing doing anything. It's not really growing. It doesn't seem to be growing it that fast. Hello? Yeah, maybe it does speed up the growth. We'll just, I don't know. That seems kind of a little bit of a waste. Huh. That's it right there. Hi. Would you grow? You're supposed to be growing fast. I've got one of these crazy things underneath you. Oh. Grows resource crops above it. I don't know. All right, we'll just keep an eye on it. I don't think, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you put that down, you can't, like, plant stuff on it, right? Let me just make sure. Let me get one of these guys that are, like, barely grown, like this. Get this redstone seed. Now, you can't use it as dirt, right? No, okay. It can't be used as dirt. Okay. Let's put that over there. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on it. All right, so while we're doing that and keeping an eye on all that kind of stuff, let's go down here quick and make one of these growth accelerators. I think I made some of this compressed bone block. I was actually kind of messing around with it. Wasn't really meaning to make it for this purpose. I was just seeing what would happen when you compressed, see if you could compress down bones, and you can. And the other cool thing is if you compress them like this so you can get better storage, you can get them back out, which is kind of cool. And I think we just need like some redstone, right? So a couple pieces of redstone, we should be able to make one of those. We'll give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. All right, let's go over here and make this block of redstone. Bang. Okay, and now let's see if we can't make one of these. Oh, we don't have iron. We put our iron back here. I saw it just a minute ago. Right there. I'm not sure why we put it in there, but there it is. Okay, let's get this thing going. We'll grab one of these guys, okay? Now, this guy, I don't think it'll do... I think this one is like water, right? Cannot be used just as a growth under blocks. Can be used as a water source. Yeah, so if we can make the big one, which we need sea lanterns for, it'll actually be like... Okay, I don't know where exactly to put this. Maybe we can just put it like over here, maybe? I don't know. Let's actually put it... this is a mess. I'm just going to stick it right here. This may not be the best place for it, but this is where we're going to stick it. Now let me see if this thing actually makes things seem to grow faster. I don't need it to be like super like high speed kind of growing. I just, a little bit faster would be kind of cool, especially for these crops here. But we're getting some resources, man. We're getting some wood essence. We got, you know, a couple redstone essences coming in, man. It's working. I mean, it's not ideal, but you know, we're starting to get where we need to be. We need to get some more manure, and actually, that, as I think, is what we're going to work on today. We're going to do a little chicken stuff today, and I'll tell you why. Not because I want to supplement necessarily our resource generation that we're going to get out of these magical agriculture crops, because I think long term this is the right call. I think this is the right thing that we need to do. We need to get all these resources this way instead of depending on chickens. And I'll tell you why. I'm a little worried about the entity issue, right? So if you have stacks on stacks of animals laying around, you get some lag from entity lag, not to mention they're going to be putting stuff on the ground and causing all kinds of trouble and stuff like that. So we don't want to get too crazy with tons and tons of mobs. So I think crops is probably the right call. We already saw what happened when we had all those entities over there at our mob farm. We don't want a repeat of that. And if we're depending on chickens to produce our resources, then we're going to need tons and tons of those. Oh man, look at my rabbit. I think my rabbit over here has this cool little hat on. Hey guy. Oh man, he's got like a monocle on. I want to see you. I love that guy. Yeah. Oh, those rabbits, man. I love them. I love them. All right, let's grab up these eggs and stuff like that. But anyway, I keep getting distracted. I got all distracted looking at crazy Sir Rabbit right there. You know, there's no question that these rabbits will be spawning up there. Man, they know all about SkyFactory, man. It's a rabbit hole. There's stuff all over the place. Okay, so here's... Why did I take my hat off? I don't know. Okay, so here's what I want to do. So I need prismarine is what I need. And the reason I need prismarine is... Prismarine shard from a chicken. So we need a water chicken and a lapis chicken. Gives... Oh my goodness, we might be doing some crazy stuff here in a minute. But the reason is I want some of these palace crystal blocks, right? And to get them, you put in is it these guys? Let me see. Here's what I want. Greenhouse glass. That's the whole purpose of this whole little jibber jabber thing I've been doing. Empowered palace crystal blocks. So you need saplings, which is not a problem. You need glass, which is not a problem. But you need these empowered palace crystal blocks. And to make empowered palace crystals, you need this empowerer thing, which is not that big of a deal. I don't think it's that big of a issue from a like a recipe standpoint. But you gotta have prismarine shards to be able to get one of these empowered palace crystals. And prismarine shards come from a couple different places. One is you can make some guardian essence, but to make guardian essence, they come from the crops, right? So guardian essence. So you can make a guardian seed, right? To make a guardian seed, you need some guardian chunks. And to get a guardian chunk, you need a tier 3 mob chunk. And lo and behold, some prismarine shards. So unless we get them in a loot bag somewhere, and I guess we could look at where we can get these. We can get them in a loot bag. We can get them in commons. You know, we might get a couple of those here and there. But I don't want to... We can't depend on that because we might be opening loot bags for a month and not have enough. So what we're going to do is we need to get to the point where we can have a prismarine shard chicken. So we're going to start some chicken mod today. I don't know how far along we're going to get, but we might be working on it over the next couple episodes. And the ultimate goal is to get prismarine shards so we can make those empowered palace crystals because I really want to make some greenhouse glass. Now, if you don't know what greenhouse glass is, you put it above your mobs. You put it above your crops, and it makes it so... Man, it does look like that growth accelerator is speeding things up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Somebody was telling me in the comments that the tier 2 version of that is somewhat overpowered. It's a little bit overpowered. And I don't know if we want to, you know... Now, some of you might get a little bent out of shape, but for example, you guys know that I play Hermit Pack, and there's a certain thing in the Hermit Pack called the Torturino, and what the Torturino does is increases tick speed in areas around it. And then you can make like a compressed and a double compressed Torturino, and it jacks up tick speed to like you know 33,000 or not like 3,000 times more than it normally would. And you have things instantly being done. So you can put it by machines, and it acts as like upgrades and all these different things. I don't like it. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like it. And the reason I don't like it, A, is it's not very server friendly. And B, to me, it feels about as cheaty can be. And that's kind of how I feel about this growth accelerator. I mean, it's in the mob, or in the mod pack. So... you know, we should be able to use it. And if you do use it, man, you're not going to hear any bad things from me about it. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't like the idea of like super cheaty, you know, get all the resources in 2 seconds kind of stuff. That's just not my deal. It never will be. It's not my deal I don't do that in vanilla Minecraft, and I'm not doing it in modded either. So what we're going to do is, instead of having those growth accelerators, we might have this tier 1 one sitting up here for a little while. Whatever, it is what it is. We're getting some resources. Everything's fine. Not a big deal. I'm not going to make the tier 2 one, but I do want to make some of this greenhouse glass. So what we need to do to make greenhouse glass is get some prismarine shards. And the only way, really... Look at that, man. Mexican cupboard, sorry. The only way to get prismarine shards, at least in a quick and efficient manner, is for us to get ourselves some chickens that can start growing some of those, or laying them. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so let's see what we need to do here. So prismarine, we get prismarine shard chicken, gives us, so we have to breed a water chicken and a lapis blue chicken to be able to get this. Okay, let's see what we need to do a water chicken. We need a gunpowder chicken and a snowball chicken. And to get that, we need a sand chicken, and we need to make a sand chicken egg. So we take a regular egg and we wrap it around with some sand. Okay, that's pretty easy. Now let's go down and see how we get the lapis blue chicken. I would assume we probably do, let me see, blue chicken egg? Do you make it with just lapis? I'm betting that's what we do. Blue chicken. Hi. I just want to know how to make an egg. Light blue, lapis blue chicken egg. We need dye around there. Okay. Throw it to have a chance to spawn the chicken. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see what we need to do. Now let's take a look here and see what we need to do to get into this crazy chicken mod. And we're not going to get super far. We're just going to see what we can do. So I know I have a bunch of eggs. So what was that first chicken we need to make? Sand chicken, right? We need to get a sand chicken egg. Egg. Alright. And we want to do... Oh my goodness. Okay. I think let's just make one and see. I have a bunch of eggs over here collecting from these crazy chickens. So let me see. Okay. I have this. Oh, I got that smart chicken. If anybody knows what that smart chicken is, man, tell me. I would love to know. And then we need a nest, right? We need one of these guys. And you make a nest out of hay bales, so we need... Oh, man, we need tons of wheat. I don't think we have tons of wheat. Let's see if we got some up here. Do we have wheat in here? That's not enough to get the job done. Maybe. Actually, it might be. I think it's enough to get exactly what we need. So let's just stick that in there for now. Okay. Yeah, we might need to get a big old wheat farm going on if we're going to need to start doing that. Okay, so let's make ourselves some hay bales. No, not like that. We make hay bales like this. And we should be able to get 5. Yeah, exactly 5. Oh man, my inventory is jacked full already. Okay, I'll tell you what, let me go off camera. I need to clean up my inventory. I've been talking now for a long time. You guys are probably saying, hey, man, can you please do a cut? So let me do a quick cut. Let me clean up my inventory, get some things squared away, and I'll come back, and it's going to be chicken time here in the Sky Factory. Oh, look, it's raining, as if on cue. It's a perfect time for a break. I'll see you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. We got our inventory all cleaned out. I guess I just need to throw this iron away, or not away, but in there. Let me see what we've got. And I think what I'm going to do while we're here messing around is I think I'm going to go... I need these to go away, and then I need to break a bunch of these potatoes. Potato. Man, we got like potatoes all over the place. I don't need... carrots will keep... Potato, 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 potato. This crazy thing's been going crazy planting some potatoes now. No wonder I don't have any. There's wheat. There's potato. Okay. That's wheat. Carrot. Carrot. Alright. Potato. You come out. Oh my goodness. I have like so many crazy potato seeds. It's not even funny. Maybe we'll keep some over there. Oh my goodness. Man, we have... Look at all these crazy potato seeds. Okay, so now we should be able to get some wheat going, right? I think so. Yeah, it should plant all the wheat for us. And we'll have a little bit going on there. Awesome. I think this... we'll just let this run for a little bit. Man, we got a couple of these. That's kind of cool. But man, we can start making some stuff. Awesome. Alright, so let's get into this whole chicken mod. And we're just going to spend probably the rest of the episode working on this. We're not going to get too crazy. But, you know, I want to at least get a couple chickens going. So we need to make some hay bales, which we can do. And then we just put them in this little thing like this, and we get a hatchery nest. Now, I need to make, also, we need to get a piece of glowstone. Let's grab a piece of glowstone out of here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. We're going to grab ourselves some redstone, and we're going to make a redstone lamp. So... Vanilla recipe. I know that the hatchery mod is updating, and he's going to make a heat lamp for these guys at some point, which will replace this redstone lamp. But we're going to use a redstone lamp to hatch our crazy chicken. Man, come on. I love it. Alright, let's head up here. Man, I guess we can maybe make this our chicken area. I don't know if we want to do that. I just want to have like a very small chicken. Actually, you know what? We'll do it up here at our farm. Why not? Okay, so what we're going to do is let's get... Oh, man, I keep running back and forth. Let's grab really quickly from this block some of these... didn't I have like some... these. Some trodden bricks. Okay, we'll do that. And we'll just make ourselves a little spot up here. Maybe we can put it back here. We don't need anything too huge, I don't think. Not to start off with. We'll just take out some of this dirt. Maybe like however many pieces this is right here. Like that? Yeah, okay. And we'll put some of these trodden bricks in here. Let's put a torch back. Put one over here and maybe here, just to be sure. We don't have any trouble. Alright, and now we can put down our crazy nest. Right? Hatchery nest. Okay. And then we need to... above it a couple blocks. So let's go up 1, 2, and we'll come over here like this. I think they said 3 blocks away, and we can put this guy down like so. Okay, and then we'll knock these guys back down. Yep, and then we'll put a lever on this heat lamp. That's what we're calling a heat lamp. We'll turn it on. Okay, now we have a chicken nest right there. I should probably see if I have some fences. Do I have a couple fences? I think I just put some away. Yeah. Okay, let's run back up here real quick. I want to fence in our little chicken area just to make sure that if chickens spawn, man, they don't go flying off the back of the base here. We're gonna have to make some more fences, but we'll do that in a second. We're a little ways away from having a baby chicken. Yeah, that's working. Okay, I love that. Alright, so let's go down here now, and we need to make a sand chicken egg. And that should be pretty simple. It's just sand like this, right, around a regular egg, and we can get a sand chicken. Okay, now let's go up here and put this in our crazy nest. Like that. Oh. Oh. That was a lot quicker than I thought it was. Hey, hey, don't. Where are you going, guy? Oh my goodness, we need a net. We need a scooping net. Man, I don't know. I thought I had to hatch that guy. I can't believe that heat lamp made that work so fast. Do we have some sticks? Oh my goodness, please, that chicken's gonna like fly off the edge or something like that. We may have gotten. Oh, there's some more fences. Okay, get that. All right, sticks. Sticks. Hello. Oh, there's some these. Huh. Okay. Let's grab some string. And let's make some nets. Let's make a bunch of sticks. I don't know how many we need. Let's make like, I don't know, that many. Okay. Net. So where's our crazy like scooping up animal net? Hello? Hatchery. Yeah, it's this guy right here. Animal net. Okay. Let's see how many of these we can make. Oh, maybe we can make a ton of them. Let's make a couple. Let's make like, I don't know, 5 or 6. Okay. Let's get this on our bar, and we're going to head up here immediately and find our chicken. Please be still here. Yep, he's still here. Okay, good. Hi. Come with me. Perfect. And then okay. Oh, good grief. All right, so Prismarine. Let's look at this. Prismarine. Our goal is this right here. So we're coming up the water line right now. So we need a sand and a flint, and then they should breed together and give us a gunpowder chicken, right? Okay. So what we need to do is we need we've got that. Okay, that's good. All right, we need to go over here. You know, I appreciate you guys so much watching my videos, but sometimes there are these sometimes where I'm like trying to figure out what it is I'm supposed to be doing, and I wonder why on earth would anybody ever watch these videos. Man, I'm derping around all the time. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. I guess the only thing that I can say is I try to keep it real, right? We're not trying to do anything too crazy here. You know, and this is how I play the game. So hopefully you guys are enjoying these crazy videos. Alright, well that wasn't very smart now, was it? Okay, let's go like this. Okay, we'll just leave that like that. That's not a problem. Okay, let's get our fences out now. And we're going to go... We want to have like a little bit of a space here. So let's go... So that's 3 by 3. Okay, so we want to go like this. Right? And then we're going to have to connect that guy like that, okay? And we're going to come down this way, and we're just going to make a little pen. Yeah? That looks really big. That might be too big. Here, let's do this. Okay. Let's grab those back up. I don't think we need anything quite that big. Let's go 1, 2, 3, like this. Maybe just like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. Sand chicken, you go in. Flint chicken, you go in. Okay. Now, let's see if we can breed these guys. Do we have some seeds? We do. Okay. How's my crops doing here? Man, they're looking pretty good. Now, we should just be able to breed these guys, right? So, sand and this guy, what do we get? Oh, we get some, like, what is that thing? That is, like, some green-looking chicken. Here, let's get in here. It's a gunpowder chicken. Check that out, man. We already got one. Oh, man, how are we going to get out of here now? Oh, man, mistakes have been made. All right, break this. Put this back. You stay in there. Okay, so we got ourselves a little gunpowder chicken. I love that little guy. He looks like a creeper. Awesome. So that's like our first step, right? That's pretty good. So now we have a gunpowder chicken. Okay. So we need to take a gunpowder chicken and breed a gunpowder chicken with a snowball chicken. So a snowball chicken is a lapis blue chicken and a log chicken. Gives us a snowball. So lapis blue. For some reason, there's no recipe. So lapis blue chicken egg. You make with dye around that. Okay. Around the egg. So maybe those are the ones we have to hatch. All right, let's get that done. Oh my goodness, we're getting long in this episode already. Man, that is how it works. Oh, the good thing is, wherever we stop today, you'll get to come back tomorrow, and we'll keep going. Okay, so let's get this guy at least cooking on here. I mean, I don't know how much progress we've made down the path of chickens, but we started, and we did some good stuff. We figured out how to do a couple things. Okay, now, we need a crafting bench. Let's go down here and do this. Let's take all this stuff out and put this egg in the middle and then surround it by lapis. And I think this is the one that we have to hatch. Okay. Let's go up here and put this on our little hatching area. Now, if this guy spawns immediately, something's up. Nope. Okay, so he's hatching. Okay, awesome. Now, somebody said if you sit on the egg. Come on. Oh, it is faster. Look at that. Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. Okay. Come over here, guy. All right, so let's get ourselves a little hatching area going on here. We'll get a fence for that right there. Let's do that. Okay. All right, now I want to jump off camera really quick. We're going to make one more cut. I know we're almost to the end of this episode. I don't know exactly what we did. We made a couple things. Hi, little guy. Hi. Thank you for the piece of flint. I appreciate it. We made a couple things, but I'd like to at least get this guy hatched and see if we can't get a snowball chicken going. You know what they say about snowballs, though. I don't know what they say. So let me go off camera real quick and see if I can't get that guy hatched. I'll be back with you in just a second. Alrighty, my friends, we are back. Man, we hatched this lapis blue chicken. We got a log chicken from that spawned up there. Yeah. And I've been breeding these two, and I've been just getting little baby log chickens, which are as cute as cute can be. I love those little guys. But that's not a water chicken. Let's look one more time. Make sure we're doing this the right way. So we need a water chicken and a lapis blue chicken to get us a prismarine. So, and to get a water chicken, it says we need gunpowder and a snowball chicken. To get a snowball chicken, we need a log chicken and a lapis blue chicken. Oh, it says a 20% chance. Okay. So we may have to do this a couple more times. But, man, we are out of time in this episode. So I don't think we're going to be able to do that anymore today. But we're going to, maybe I'll work on it a little bit between the episodes. Just see if I can't get that water chicken. And then we'll, in the next episode, man, we're going to make the run to see if we can't get all the way to the crazy prismarine chicken. I don't need you, and I don't need you. I will keep you, pig, because you're cool. Man, I'm just trying to get some more mobs to spawn up here. I'd like to get, a couple more chickens or whatever. We have, everything that we need. We haven't been throwing anything away, though. We did kill those couple sheep, but everything, everything else is stored up in here the way it needs to be. Yeah. We have an extra animal net. We're using that to move chickens around. Man, what a crazy day. But the cool thing is, man, we got, the best thing about it is we got that mob farm truly fully operational now. Now we can just pour mobs out of that all day long, and we'll just rake in the goodies. I love that. We're also using this somewhat cheaty growth crystal here. Man, we're getting some extra crops coming in. Man, we're doing all right. I went ahead and put an item collector on top of this chest just to pick up anything that these crazy chickens drop. You can see we got some sand and some manure and some lapis and some wood and stuff like that, flint coming out of those guys. I just didn't want those entities laying on the ground, so we're going to pick them up. I also put a piece of carpet there so I can hop up and down, do our deal there. Whatever, crazy chickens. Anyway, let me get off camera here, or let me end this episode. Man, I gotta do some chicken work. I was hoping to try to avoid this. I think we're gonna get prismarine, and we're gonna call it though. I don't want to be doing crazy chicken stuff. I think that it leads to some lag because of entities. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so much. Oh my goodness, thank you. And for all you new guys, welcome. Thanks for stopping by and enjoying the videos. I appreciate that so much. Until next time, please remember to be cool. Don't be a fool. And from the SkyFactory, where, man, we're messing around with chickens, we're growing crops, we're doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I love it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.